Jack found a nightshade tied up by a rope. It looks like it's already next door, but in order to be safe, he still took out a dagger to defend himself. When he approached, he saw that the nightshade was not moving, and he was completely happy. Suddenly, his feet were shaken, and Jack's feet were soft and collapsed on the ground. It turned out that the nightshade was just tied up by a rope, and he was still alive. Jack raised his dagger and wanted to kill the nightshade. Poor nightshade slowly closed his eye. Kind-hearted Jack still couldn't do it, and then turned around and left. The nightshade, who wanted to be tied up, would starve to death here. With pity, he cut the rope with his dagger. Now the nightshade is finally free, scaring Jack to the end of his life. After a loud roar, he turned around and left, but when he flew away, he was always bright and strong, as if he had been hurt. Jack passed through a jungle and found black scales on the ground. Isn't this what the nightshade left behind? It turned out that he was trapped in a cave and could not escape. After trying several times, he could not fly out. Jack used a pen to draw the overall outline of the nightshade, and he found that the wings on his left were gone. This is why the nightshade can't fly normally. Although he tried hard, he still fell on the ground. Suddenly, the fish in the water came out, and he dug into the water to catch the fish. The fish was not eaten, but was choked with cold water. Jack knew that the nightshade must be hungry, so he brought a fish with a shield and searched everywhere, but he didn't see the nightshade. It turned out that he was hiding behind Jack, and when he came to the ground, Jack said that he was here to deliver food. But the nightshade was still very resistant, and he slowly approached and put down his guard, and then he opened his mouth and wanted to eat the fish. The nightshade understood what he meant, and the next second he spit out the fish head, and then quietly looked at Jack, hinting that he should eat it as soon as possible. Jack was moved, so he ate it, but when he took a bite, he found that it was not delicious, and he said that he had eaten it. The nightshade told him to swallow it quickly, and he had no choice but to swallow the fish to his stomach. The nightshade finally showed a long smile, but it didn't look like a person. Jack got up and tried to touch his head, and the nightshade turned around and ran away. Maybe he still can't believe humans. He found a place and threw out a flame, and then he lay down on it to sleep. Jack still wanted to touch his head. At this time, the nightshade felt a little annoyed. In order not to be disturbed by Jack, he chose a unique way of sleeping. When he woke up, he saw Jack drawing. The nightshade was very curious and came behind Jack. He found that he was the one who was drawing on the ground. Without saying a word, he picked up a branch and drew it on the ground. After a long time, I don't know what he drew. Jack wanted to go up and see clearly. As a result, the nightshade was completely unhappy with the picture just now. Jack lifted his feet and his face changed again. Then Jack walked through the picture in a rotating way. This time, he finally came to the nightshade and reached out his hand. He didn't refuse, but touched Jack's hand with his nose. The nightshade also made the first good friend of humans.